Good evening, viewers. Today we will discuss about electrical potential. What is the electrical potential? The electrical potential is the ability of the charged body to do the work is called the electrical potential. Okay? The definition, the capacity of a charged body to do the work is called the electrical potential. That means it is the pressure required to do the work is called the electrical potential. The work done to charge a body by 1 coulomb will be measure of its electrical potential. How do we measure electrical potential? That means the charge required to charge the body by 1 coulomb. Coulomb is the unit of Q. Okay, then it's a electrical potential. Electrical potential can be defined, can be shown as V is equal to work done by charge. That is W by Q. The work done is measured in joules and charge in coulombs. Therefore, the unit of electrical potential will be V is equal to W is equal to 1 joule and Q is equal to 1 coulomb. That is 1 by 1 is equal to 1 volt. Hence, a body is said to be have a potential of 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done to give a charge by 1 coulomb. The greater the joules per coulomb on the charged body, the greater the electrical potential. Now we will come to potential difference. What is the potential difference? That means a potential difference between 2 points. The difference in the two potential of a two charged bodies is called the potential difference. Suppose we take A and B bodies. B is more positively charged than A. Suppose A is 5 volts and B is 3 volts, the electrons will flow from B to A, but actual current will flow from A to B. Okay, the electrons flow from the body B to body A. When two bodies attaining the same potential, there will be no current flowing in the body. That is, at the end of one body is a wire. You can imagine a wire B and A. B is at lower potential than A. The electrons will flow from B to A, but the actual conventional current will flow from A to B. When the two bodies attaining the same potential, the flow of current stops, that is ceases, because there is no difference in the charged body. So there must be a differential potential. The end of the body must have the potential differences. Okay. Then current will flow in a circuit when the PD exists. No PD, no current flow. Next, uh, the potential difference between the two points is 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in transferring 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another, as we said earlier. Okay, the potential difference causes the current to flow while an EMF maintains the potential difference. Now, friends, there is a difference between EMF and potential difference. The potential difference is the actual difference exists between the two ends of the body or two bodies. Okay, but EMF is will be just higher potential to maintain the potential difference. The concept of EMF and potential difference. There is a distinct difference between EMF and potential difference. The EMF of a device, say a battery, is a measure of energy. The battery gives the each coulomb of charge. You can see the figure. You can see the figure. You see the battery E. E is equal to EMF. E is at 4 volts. You see, this is the longer line is positive, smaller line is negative. Longer line is positive, smaller line is negative. So there are 4 volts of EMF is existing in this circuit. So here the current flows from higher potential to lower potential. So this is negative is the lower potential, positive is the higher potential. So current flows from positive to this resistor, AB resistor. What is this resistor? This resistor is a 2 ohms resistor. Similarly, there is another resistor, 2 ohms. So when 1 ampere of current flows through the 2 ohms resistor, there is a potential drop of 2 volts across A and B. That means 1 ampere into 1 ohm is equal to 1 volt. Here 1 ampere flowing, but resistance is 2 ohms. So voltage drop across the resistor is 2 volts. Okay. Similarly, and the resistance gives us the heating energy. So a bulb, tungsten bulb can be will have resistance. Okay. The battery supplies 4 joules of energy to each coulomb continuously. As each coulomb travels from the positive terminal to the of the body to it gives the its most of its energy to resistance 2 ohms and 2 ohms and remaining connected wires, connecting the wires. So now number 1 point is, please listen carefully. The name of EMF at first sight implies that it is a force that causes the current to flow. So, in order to flow the current through a circuit, you must have the EMF. This is not the correct because if it is not a force but energy supplied to the charge by some active device such as battery. So here battery is the EMF source. Okay, this is the energy device. Now resistance. What is resistance? Resistance, the opposition offered by a substance to flow of the electric current is called the resistance. Each substance will have its own resistance. Suppose copper will have less resistance, aluminum will have more resistance, even tungsten will have much more resistance. So current through the body, when it flows through the body, the resistance, that is resistance is nothing but a friction in mechanical division, mechanical concept. The resistance is the electric friction offered by the substance and causes the production of heat with flow of current. So what it causes? It causes the heat. Unit of resistance. The potential Practical unit of resistance is 1 ohm. OHM. Ohm is the famous scientist in electrical engineering who has found out the resistance of the substance. Symbol is as shown. A wire is said to have a resistance of 1 ohm if a potential difference of 1 volt across its ends causes 1 ampere of current to flow through it. That means a 1 ohm resistance exists in a wire when a potential difference of 1 volt across its end is applied, which causes 1 ampere of current to flow through it. That means V is equal to I into R, or I is equal to V by R. V by R. So, resistance depends upon the following factors, namely, is directly proportional to its length. If the length of the wire is more, the resistance will be more. It inversely proportional to its cross area of cross section. That means the wire is there. If you take the area of cross section through a screw gauge, you will find the area of cross section, and resistance is inversely proportional to its area of cross section. That is 1 by A. So on rho is R is equal to rho L by A. What is L? Length in the length of the wire in meters. What is A? A is the cross sectional area in meter square. Then R is equal to rho. Rho means specific resistance. Rho is the term used to measure the specific resistance of the substance. Hence, specific resistance of a material is the resistance offered by 1 meter of length of wire of material having an area of cross section of 1 meter square. Everything is 1. You see, R is equal to 1, when L is equal to 1 and A is equal to 1, then R is equal to rho. So specific resistance is the resistance between the opposite faces of a meter cube of the material. That is rho is equal to ohm into meter square by m. Ohm meter. The unit of resistivity is ohm meter. So effect of the temperature on resistance. The resistance of a pure metal like copper, aluminum in the bracket increases with the increase of temperature. That means if the temperature is increases, resistance increases. If the temperature goes down, the resistance comes down. In cold areas like Himalayas or there, the resistance will be more. In hot areas like just like Sahara desert like that, then the resistance will be more because temperature will be more and resistance also more. Okay, so the graph is temperature versus resistance. When at the zero temperature, you see that a line is drawn. At the required temperature RT degrees centigrade, another line is there. So the resistance curve starts from negative onwards, that is 234.45 kelvins to slowly increasing reaches to the temperature required, the positive temperature coefficient of the resistor.